Hello and welcome back to Arcade Spirits New Challengers. I'm Agent of Mischief. Let's jump back on in. Anyway, I know I complained a little bit about how long this episode is, and it has nothing to do with the fact that we will be getting more content, maybe even than last time, which would be epic. It really just has to do more with I didn't know where a good place was to stop, which is maybe on me a little bit, I will admit. I am just a very impatient little creature. Yeah. I'm very excited. I mean, if that is the case, if we are gonna get an even longer game, that would be very nice, actually. I would enjoy that. Okay. Back to the video game. You know what? I'm itching to play some games too. Without parting words, Skywalker 69 looks me dead in the eyes before turning around and leaving me where I stand. Immediately, the tension in the arcade jacks up to a ridiculous degree. Clearly more than 3.6 rotten gins of unstable nuclear situation. Not great, not terrible. I totally butchered that. I don't know shit about nuclear shit. Team P2W are quickly finding various ways to cause trouble, antagonizing my new friends, messing with the games. The easiest thing to do would be to avoid all this drama and stay on the sidelines, but that's not what friends do. Even if I'm a relatively new friend, less than a day old, I should step in and help where I can. Agent of Mischief, let me help. How can a phone app help with playground bullies? I'm keeping my microphone input open and echolocating any trouble you may find around the place. Check out your map and pick a place to go. But I don't think you're going to be able to visit everyone before things boil over. Right, prioritize, got it. What's happening right now? Jinx and Domino are dealing with someone from P2W hogging a racing game. Rhapsody Zapper and a P2W are having a loud argument about strategy. Grace and Loxley are being hassled by an absolute unit from P2W. I want to check on Rhapsody. They're so nervous. I want to protect them. But also, I'm trying to romance them, and I want them to leave. Leave them alone, please. Weren't you a member of P2W for like a very short time? I guess you only stayed up on the metagame when you actually had a good team. Everyone knows Tomokazu is headed for Nerf City. It's patently obvious. She's way too flexible, which makes her way too powerful. Nearly every major FOD2 team runs at least one, if not several Tomokazu specialists, making the meta so predictable it hurts. Once they nerf her, she'll be as good as gone from the game.
A viable tactic.
Hang on, I want to turn up the voice volume a little bit. There's always going to be a place for a middle-of-the-road character like Tomokazu. She's a solid pick. Individually, she's not that powerful. But pairs where her true power shines. She's easy for new players to pick up and play.
I just don't see that working out.
So no, I don't think they will change her dramatically anytime soon. Who cares about noobs? FOD2 needs to retain the core player base and satisfy the demands of the players. The competitive scene can't grow with such an obvious main pick at the heart of the metagame. Tomokazu has to go. You're a fool for not seeing that. A flunked out fool. What's wrong exactly? Oh, thank RNGesus. It's Agent of Mischief. Talk some sense into these two, okay?
This sucks.
All this metagame yammering is boring. boring and pointless, like a comment section brought to life. Who cares what characters are in and out of the game, who gets buffed or nerfed? Who cares what the future may bring? Just play the dang game we've actually got and have fun with it. Fun? I'm in play to win, not an elementary school computer club. You can't win without a plan. And Tomokazu wrecks every plan we have. She's literally easy mode.
Nah.
You can't just remove Tomokazu. Think of how that will impact the game. All will have are characters that are too difficult to learn, which will drive new players away. And new players grow the competitive scene, not character removal. I like their tattoos. Is it wrong? I don't really want to say them true. I don't usually care about that kind of thing, but I want to say their tattoos. Whatever, fool.
Ugh.
Ugh, all this theory crafting is making my brain leak out of my ears. All I hear is slosh, slosh, slosh. So it's a debate about FOD2 nerd stuff. Still, if I can step in and close this down, that's one less flashpoint of conflict going down in our arcade. Rhapsody's right. Simple and flexible character at the heart of the game is important. Listen, we've all been there. Our first FOD character. And for 99% of us, it's Tomokazu. Rhapsody's right on this one. Not real hardcore players like me. I started off with Akari. Never even touched Tomokazu. No need.
You've gotta be kidding.
Did you forget? Tomokazu is literally the character who you use in the tutorial. She's the one who teaches you to play. You think I played the tutorial? No. And all that proves is scrubs use Tomokazu. And like I said, who needs them? I don't. The community doesn't. Ban Tomokazu, you get less scrubs. Less scrubs. Less scrubs. Fewer scrubs. Sabra rests her forehead in the palm of her hand while Rhapsody rolls their eyes. Kata, will you just shut up for a second and listen? I'll tell you exactly what Tomokazu will say as is in FOD2. Which quiets him. Kota sneers in response, his expression begging for an answer. Tomokazu disappears, the community disappears. Tomokazu helps bring in fresh faces and fresh skills to keep the game alive. If you don't have the characters who entice that new talent, the community goes stale. A dead community means a dead game, and when a game dies, so do we. None of us want that. Remember Immortal Warriors? No. Should I? Exactly. Most people don't recognize it. Came and went in less than a year due to being way too difficult to play. Noobs and hardcore alike were put off of it. It's so obvious even you can see the parallel. This is utter ridiculousness. You're all dense as bricks, and I'm done trying to argue with people hanging on to their silly preconceived notions. Translating for Ko to speak, he was spoken well and provided a very valid point. I shall shut up now. When your baby ideas grow up and you want to chat about real adult things, then maybe I'll talk to you. Is it over already? Are we done nerding out? Jeez. Well, on the plus side, at least we've got 2 powerful nerds on our team. I guess we need a few of those to make it on the Pro Tour.
Later.
I'm out. Later, you two.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate the backup there. It's always nice to have another person under your level who gets the game on such an intellectual level. You might have just prevented an all-out, real-life flame war. This seems so nerdy to I think they got, so there is a guide now, so there is, so their main attributes are, steady and quirky. I don't know if quirky is good here. I know you don't believe me, but my girl Tomokazu is the one to beat. You're all super blasé because you can't compete. Pull up a stool and when I'm done with this refrain, even the biggest fool will see one ninja gal's in my main. You know she's a cutie, they market them. Don't talk all snooty because Tomo's a beauty. Made her the face, spread it all around the place. She'll take all the bass in my heart as it races. They're so impressed. They're so cute. Oh my god. So you can talk metagame and you can rap? Be still my beating heart. Is there anything you can't do? Perhaps his lips curl into a smirk as they gaze deep into my eyes. I'm taken aback. Ice skate. I can't ice skate. I can't in real life either. I'm just like, kiss me now. Fair enough. But you've charmed me with your way with words and your willingness to help out a friend. I was happy to help. Shutting down Coda is totally a W. I can't lie. Watching him turn tail and run, it does feel nice. The sweet nectar of revenge? Something like that. Well, let's leave that moment in the past and look forward to the future. That's right. I should make sure that the rest of this place is still intact.
Catch you later.
See ya, Agent of Mischief. Okay, where am I going next? Perhaps I should fight my enemy. I don't really care about them right now. Checking on all my potential love interests. Over on the far side of the arcade, I spot Jinx loitering near her beloved Fast Car 7 game. Shifting from foot to foot, legs clearly getting tired quickly. So why she isn't comfortably seated behind the wheel and blasting around corners and unsafe speeds, well... One of the Team P2W players is sitting in her seat, lazily cruising through the turns with one perfectly manicured hand on the wheel. In fact, when I walked up to chat with Jinx, the P2... I just want to call them play to win, but... What did I want to say? F2W. What is that? That's not a thing. It's like I tried to combine play to win with FPS. In fact, when I walk up to chat with Jinx, the P2W'er is the one to actually greet me first. Sorry, no autographs right now. I'm totally killing it at this game. I was not planning on asking for one, no. Ugh, great. Great. I appreciate that, you know. So many of my adoring fans just won't give me any space or privacy. It's always, oh, I love your streams, Divine. Or can I have a hug, Divine? Or will you sign my leg, Divine? Ugh, people can be so gross. Nobody here wants their leg autographed. Look, I scheduled an online game with a friend coming up soon. So you want to wrap up your race so I can get a turn? Sorry, arcade rules, honey. Winner stays on, and I am winning.
Come on.
Only because I modded the game to have weak AI, so I can focus on improving my time trials. And you're in my seat. Don't see your name on it, honey. Perfectly good seat right next to this one, too. See, play on that one. You're in the only one with hand controls. I literally can't use the other. Yeah, sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. Not my fault you're defective, bitch. Also, side note, her cane is so fucking cool. Uh-oh. Jinx's eyelid just started twitching, and I think she's biting her lip hard enough to draw blood. Look, be a darling and fetch me some water or something, okay? I'll be here for some time. Jinx's grip on her walking cane tightens to the point where I swear I can hear bones creak. But oddly, she backs down. Damn it. I dropped to a whisper low enough not to be heard over the digital revs of a digital car engine. Can you just kick her off? It's your game. You've got priority.
Well, this sucks.
Want to, believe me. That's not the way arcades work. Winner stays on. Others quarter up and wait. Besides, Ben and Matt own the game, not me. Okay, so get Ben and Matt to come over here and boot her off the thing. They're distracted. I look around for Ben and Matt, owners of this privately owned business establishment and resident authority figures. They're drowning. We have to save them. We're way too busy dealing with a couple of washing machines spewing out rich, creamy soap all over the floor.
Well, I'd call this a mess, but it's sort of the elemental opposite of messy.
Maybe we could throw a foam party and call it a new selling point.
Ah, I see. I could beat her. I really jump in the wallflower makes his presence felt. I'll race against her. I don't need hand controls. I can use a second player seat. If I beat her, she can't stay on the game.
Since when are you a racer?
This can't possibly end badly.
I'm a survivor. I'm pretty sure keeping a ton of virtual metal from flying over the guardrail or mountain pass is a lot like playing shmup.
I'm not sure about that.
Dunno. It's a long shot. Or we could just convince her to bail. Don't ask me how other than breaking her legs, which is where I'd want to start personally.
If we don't play it cool, we risk making the situation with all these P2W toadies more volatile than it already is.
Not worth. My race against Naomi will just have to wait. She's pretty busy, but I can reschedule for later.
It's the adult thing to do. Don't selfishly boot a player off your favorite game. Just adapt your own plans and move on. Whoever said I was an adult? I want to support Team GCF, my new friends. How do we make this happen? I must impress Jinx. Jinx, I've got an idea how to publicly shame Miss Celeb streamer for taking your seat. Celebrity can be a double-edged sword. If this divine values her image enough, we can turn her attitude against her. Jinx, permission to do something sketchy, to spotlight and shame her for what she just said.
Let's do this.
My knees are bleep and killing me. So yeah, make like Exodia and obliterate her. People hogging resources set aside for the disabled are going to the special hell, and I make the travel arrangements.
Okay, but you sure you're okay with me playing advocate for you? You seem more like a self-advocate sort of person.
Let's say I'm curious how you're going to swing this, so I'm willing to step back just this once. Besides, I'd probably just lay into her like the fist of an angry god.
Fisting sounds counterproductive. Good luck, Agent of Mischief. Stop saying fisting, I'm making a video game. I walk back over to Fast Car 7, sliding my phone into my open palm, but hand turned away to hide it for the time being. Hey, excuse me. Where's my water bottle? Racing is thirsty work. I just wanted to confirm something with you. Did you seriously just tell my friend it's not my problem you're defective? Did I stutter? Ugh. This laundromat plebes, I swear. Just making sure, okay. I opened my phone out, opening apps for all the random social media websites I kept signing up for. How do you spell divine? 2 I's, or is there a Y somewhere in there? What? Hey, you can't post that. Why? You confirmed that you said it, and once everyone finds out you're ableist, have fun keeping your contract. I said nothing of the sort. You can't prove that. Iris, you're keeping an open microphone rolling, right? Might spinning that back for me? Sure thing, Agent of Mischief. And what do you know, my pocket privacy violation echoes Divine Zone's words back at her while I prepare my posts. Yeah, that sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. Not my fault you're defective. So to make sure I'm tagging this right, you're Divine P2W on Twitter, a Divine 1 on Facebook, and Divine was taken on Pixtagram, right? You can't do this. I won't let you. Let me, Divine. I'm not a comic book villain. Do you seriously think I'd explain my masterstroke if there remained the slightest chance of you affecting its outcome? I did it 35 seconds ago. Oh, messages sent. Tee-hee, that was fun. Divine's jaw hits the floor as she realized her protests come too little too late. In the background, I can see Jinx trying to hide her wide grin to act cool as usual. I suggest you get your apology video prepared. Tick-tock, tick-tock. You are a terrible, terrible person. She sneers at me before climbing out of the driver's seat and marching away. I'll never move. I can see my work here is done.
You didn't do anything.
Domino mimics swooshing a cape and fluttering away. He thinks she's tuxedo mask.
Not bad at all.
Personal responsibility is kind of my thing. Admit to your mistakes, make amends for them. Forcing her to face the music feels good. Plus now I don't have to get arrested again for assault.
Right. Wait, again?
Well,
Something of a temper. I was very hot-headed, very impulsive in my wild years. It's settled down a bit now, but sometimes it bubbles up.
Like when someone disrespects your disability?
Got it in one. Honestly, most of the time it's just people making mistakes because they don't normally even have to think about us. I can understand that. I don't usually run into someone who's actively a hater. When I do, though, the old urge to step up is strong. Fortunately, you stepped up for me. Don't normally approve of someone playing savior like Loxley does, but in this case, I'll take it. Plus, I did ask you for help. No shame in asking for help. It took me some time to learn that one.
Jinx shifts her cane from hand to hand, leaning heavily on it.
see you later.
Okay, show's over. Drift Queen's got a school of retro geek on how to drive, and I really need to sit down.
Gotcha. Happy to help out. Call me if she bugs you again.
Deal.
I'll leave Jinx and Domino to see what else I can help with. Okay, where am I going next? Sorry, Nemesis. Maybe in the run where I try to romance you or something. You gotta check on Grace. On the far side of Good Clean Fun, Grace is demoing her indie RPG on the fancy homebrewed handheld game console. Sort of. I said that really weird. Wow. This game is easy as hell. Slice, dice, 200 XP. That old guy didn't even put up a fight.
What?
That's a shepherd, not a fighter at all. Blitz, please, you're not supposed to be killing the villager NPCs. I don't see why not. They're packed with tons of XP. I've leveled up 3 times in 5 minutes cutting my way through this town. They have XP because they have levels and crafting skills, not because they're meant to be murdered. Don't know what to say. Fuck.
Don't know what to say. XP is XP, and they're good XP. Ha! Look at the blood spray. So much for the laundry you were carrying, lady. Gonna need to put a stain treatment on that blanket.
Oh no.
You killed the town weaver. She loved music and quilting and
So what's this game called again? Wandering Trial or something? Where's the big bad at the end? I would skip to the end. Ha! Run, stupid villagers! I've got an axe and you've got heads and I'm going to use one on the other. Please. Fuck. I'm losing the voice that I had for her, and I already was not a huge fan of it. Fuck. Please, don't. Just give me back my game. What was that? Speak up! Can't hear you over all these digital screams and stuff. Give it back, if you don't mind. You're playing it all wrong. Hey, come on, you'll never grow as a game designer without feedback. Don't you want me to test this thing? Not enough game devs really listen to the gamers, you know. They hide and ignore us or ban us from their forums. Or are you afraid of free speech? No, it's not that. Okay, I guess. Plus a lot as to how this even happened. I try to catch Grace's attention. As she mouths help me my way briefly, unable to even raise her voice, so racked with nerves and anxiety. And I barely noticed Loxley sliding on up next to me. I have no idea how one manages to lurk in the shadows of a brightly lit pizzeria, but he's done it.
Unacceptable.
that such a ruffian should harass our fair Grace like this. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable. Something must be done.
Fortunately, he's talking quietly enough that the ruffian himself doesn't hear us. Puts out little speakers loudly squealing with screams of the innocent. Ben and Matt are busy dealing with an impromptu phone party or get this guy booted out of here.
No, the task falls to us, I'm afraid. As her friends and allies, we are honor-bound. I suggest this be executed in a subtle manner, lest mere attentions turn to full troubles.
A bold move.
I propose shenanigans. If you distract this brute in a way that makes him drop the game, I will promptly retrieve it.
You want him to drop Grace's custom homemade game console?
I've faith in my agility. I can save it from the impact with the floor. This act would break his attention away from it. Albeit, if you have a better stratagem in mind, I'm all ears. But we should act swiftly and decisively. What do you propose?
Grace would prefer a peaceful resolution. If we escalate the situation while Team P2W is here in force, it could get ugly. So let's not cause a scene. I'm going to talk Blitz down.
Are you serious? I doubt that thick-headed Chandler buffoon is in the mood for honest discourse.
Grace would want us to at least try, and if you've faith in your agility, I have faith in my charisma. Trust me.
I see. As you wish.
He bows, allowing me to step up and confront the jock. Hey Blitz, enjoying the Wanderlost Trail?
Huh? Oh, it's you, Skywalker 69's loser pal. What do you want? I'm busy here.
Enjoying the game, huh?
It's okay. Kinda retro, the graphics department. The blood spray's really half-baked. It's too easy to kill people. There's no challenge at all. Look, I'm level 6 already and haven't even left this town. I'm just playing. I'm just playing until I get to the fun part. Until it's just whack, whack, whack to make the numbers go up, I guess.
You could say the same thing about football, which is why they don't allow knives in football, see? If you're using a metaphor this guy will probably understand. Sports ball. Grace is right, though. You're playing it wrong.
Excuse me?
Look, the point of a game is engaging with the challenge it presents. You aren't doing that. It's like bringing a katana to a football game. If you carve your way through the defense in the literal sense, you'll score a touchdown, but it's not like you really won.
Are you dense or something? There's no swords in football.
Exactly. In Grace's game, you're not supposed to kill the villagers. They're there to help you out in other ways.
So why allow me to kill them at all? Make it against the rules. I like a game where the rules reinforce the theme, you know. If it's supposed to be all happy, hippie, cooperative stuff, then don't let me kill the hippies. Yeah, okay, I guess I was playing it wrong. But in my defense, the game will let me play it wrong.
Thank you. We valued your playtest experience. Now that it's done, and we've heard your valuable feedback, how about you be a gentleman and give the lady back her game like she asked you to do? Repeatedly. He looks a bit reluctant, but I backed him into the same corner of social pressure he put Grace into. Given he only knows me as Skywalker 69's loser pal, he's not inclined to take me seriously. With a shrug, gives up the game, handing it back to Grace.
Yeah, whatever. It's getting boring anyway. I'm gonna go see if there's actually any decent pizza in this crap hole.
Satisfied, he walks away to find something else to distract himself with.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
She cuddles her game as if it were a newborn babe, needing to be soothed from a crying tantrum after getting its first shots.
It'll be okay. It'll be okay. I'll restore the database, bring everybody back to life. Maybe put in safeguards to keep that from happening again. I didn't think anybody would be cruel enough to just kill defenseless villagers. Why would anyone want to hurt those people?
The world can be a cruel place, Miss Cooper. A cruel place indeed.
You have my thanks.
You've my gratitude, Agent of Mischief. Good show.
With that, he slips back into shadow, sensing he's no longer needed to watch over Grace.
Thank you so much.
I owe you for this, Agent of Mischief. Thank you so much. I shouldn't have let him play the game at all, but when he asked me what I did for a living, and I said I designed games and he wanted to play, I just... I didn't want to make a fuss, I guess. He's not exactly my target audience, but I feel I'd be close-minded not to let him play a bit. And then things got messy.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm just no good at all with confrontations. If you ever want to digitize me into the virtual world to defeat a brute like that, go ahead. Hey, you ever want me to defend the land with a Wanderlust trail from the inside, just zap me into the system and I'll fight for the users. Of course, you need the kind of equipment that don't exist in bad Hollywood sci-fi, but... right. Only exists in bad Hollywood sci-fi. Something that cut the tension a bit with that joke. Why she suddenly looked concerned? She shakes it off quickly enough. Anyway, it's good to know someone's willing to defend me in awful situations like those. I have a friend I can rely on. That's why I like Team GCF. I feel safe here. I feel safe and loved in a lot of ways. And I know you and I kind of just met, but it's always nice to find a new friend. Okay, I've got to reset my server and put everything back the way it was before the sadist touched my precious game world.
Thanks a bunch.
Thanks again for your help. And lo, the land is saved from the terrible beast ransacking his peoples. The end. It's getting late. How long are we going to have to deal with Team PTW squatting in our clubhouse anyway? Fortunately, things stay quiet for a few minutes. I needed time for a breather anyway. Can't believe this is the team I wanted to join this morning. Made sense. PTW are at the top of the esports mountain. But wow, are they awful people. Beep, beep, agent of mischief. I'm detecting a buildup of social tension. Please follow the indicator on your map. Oh great, now what? Over in the arcade around the FO2 machine itself, P2W squares off against GCF. Both sides finally having enough of this mess. Don't even know why I became this pathetic little arcade in the first place.
Are you kidding me?
Just a prissy little celebutante loser who thinks her follow count is a metric of awesomeness. Sorry. Just a prissy little celebutante loser who thinks her follower count is a metric. No, that's still bad. Never mind.
Bunch of little fragile snowflakes can't even take a...
Seriously?
Complete waste of time acting all high and mighty when you're...
Simply don't understand how the game is meant to be played. With that attitude, you never will.
Was just trying to explain how I felt. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to...
Hell no.
Leave Grace alone, you bleeping loser.
I can't fathom.
Hang on.
I can't fathom why Agent...
No. I can't fathom why Agent of Mischief would waste their time with you lot. It's getting ridiculous. When I have to solve this, or at least refocus all this aggression into something else. That's it. If we're going to fight, we fight. Skywalker 69, you, me, FOD2, let's do this. Okay, bleep this. We are done shouting past each other. It's time to put up and shut up. Skywalker 69, we go toe-to-toe in FOD2 just like the old days. One match to close out this whole mess, and everybody goes home. You gonna step or not?
Huh. If you really want to lose in front of your new friends, be my guest. Challenge accepted.
Skywalker 69 steps forward from the rest of P2W, welcoming the competition.
Coda will join me against you and one of your teammates. Fair?
We'll see which team rules and which team drools once and for all.
I wasn't planning on raising the emotional stakes of this fight, but that old urge to win, to prove myself, it's rising. A win over P2W would do a lot for morale. It'd do a lot for our image. It could be the springboard we need into our future. Agreed. Let's do this. I ignore Coda's snickering guffaws as I pull my keyboard out again, jamming the USB plug into the game. I have to stay focused. Skywalker 69 confidently steps up to the built-in joystick, while Coda digs a portable biofeedback joystick. While Koda digs out a portable biofeedback USB joystick, plugging the fancy glowing blue controller in. All three of us are ready to go, but we need a fourth, a partner I can rely on. 2 versus 2, that's the rule of FOD2. Who do I want to call upon for this decisive fight? My beloved. Rhapsody, ready to step in the spotlight. To put Team P2W in their place, I'll gladly grin and bear it for one big fight, sure. Let's teach them a lesson. It makes more sense narratively, too, to have Rhapsody help you beat the shit out of their old team. Especially when they know the game so well. The four of us step up to FOD2, ready to kick some ass. That's when I realized my folly. Skywalker 69 knows all my moves. I know all their moves too, but this is basically a coin toss. Nobody likes 50-50 odds so they can do better. If I start out the same lane as Skywalker 69, leaving Rhapsody tangled with Koda, this could go badly. So I switch positions, whispering to Rhapsody as the game loads and the match begins. Psst, you take on Skywalker 69. They like to use specials early and attacks late in the game. Koda focuses almost entirely on defense, so I'll try to counter with specials, got it? Brief nod of understanding from Rhapsody, and Team P2W versus Team GCF begins. Win or lose, I need to give it my all, even if I really, really want to fight. Even if I really, really want to win this, I have to focus on the fight and fight alone, for the sake of my dreams. Well, if Koda does do a defense, that means I do a special. Charging up for a really amazing special move sounds like a plan. Unfortunately, it's a plan Koda figured out as I'm interrupted mid-casting and smashed in the face. Special loses their attack. They earn 130 points. 0-30. Fighting if Koda is challenging, I know I can do it. Throwing Rhapsody Wolves by facing a Skywalker 69, though. We're throwing Skywalker 69 to the wolves. This is making them face a new and unknown opponent. Let's find out. So...
maybe don't do that next time.
Your attack loses to defend. They earned 120 points. Fuck. I have a bunch of ninjas all in a day. Unfortunately, Koda has way too many of them, just defending hard against my attacks. Your attack loses to defend.
This isn't looking great.
Damn, they're defending. I made a strike even, I managed to pull off a wicked special move, a sweeping energy kick right to the face of Koda. Special beats to defend, you earn 140 points. Score 140, 550.
Maybe don't do that next time.
I failed you. Damn it. Before I can even react, my opponent snaps out their ultimate, a one-use trump card. Nothing I can do is stand in the way of the onslaught as I'm buffeted by attack after attack and beaten back. Fuck it.
This is it! This is when you learn what it's like to play against a pro!
Use your ultimate, 130 points. We got our ass beat, but it wasn't horrible.
You can't mount to come back. This isn't over yet.
Can we try?
Is this for...
Damn it. I mostly use defense.
we learn from this?
Damn them their ultimate.
This is it! This is when you learn what it's like to play against a pro! We can mount count.
Can we try one more? One more again?
Could have been worse. This isn't looking great.
My defense goes up, and unfortunately my enemy notices me playing it safe and unleashes a devastating special move before I can react. Fuck.
This is it!
You countered your enemy's ultimate with your own. You earned 200 points. Fucking booyah. Fuck you. Ha!
I want more than just this win, but I'll take it for now.
We won? We won! We won a match over the best team in the nation! All those old instincts come rushing in, the thrill and satisfaction of victory. Beating P2W feels good. Feels damn good. GG, WP. Hope you all learned something important today. Really, Agent of Mischief? Hiding behind your lackey? Just here to take me on? You wouldn't have seen victory if you faced me instead. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Didn't. It's a team game, Skywalker 69. Neither of us are lone wolves anymore. Adapt or die. Needless to say, Coda's not particularly thrilled with the outcome either. I call hacks. They have to be cheating. No way a bunch of laundromat losers can beat us. It's true. I got a dozen one insults I could use, but it's just too easy. I'll save all the digs for a much more important match. Maybe next time you lose, I'll bother to grace you with my smack talk. You lost. You're done. That's all there is to it. I want a rematch. I demand a rematch. Best of 3. Only way to prove this wasn't a fluke, because it was a fluke. They're all cheaters.
Really? I saw a clean victory. Now the whole internet has seen it as well.
Loxley holds up his phone, playing a video he'd secretly been taking of the whole match, of P2W's humiliating loss and Coda's ranting. A bit clickbaity, but I opted to title it Whiny Team P2W Crybaby, utterly schooled by local laundromat underdogs. Lovely, isn't it? Now the whole world knows your pedestal isn't quite so out of reach. You little... About to reply when I'm cut off. A figure who's been lurking in the background this whole time makes her presence felt. The coach for P2W, Victoria Proud, formerly the esports player Valkyrie. I've seen her come in with the team, but she hadn't talked to anyone since arriving. Quiet like death, only watching and waiting. Now she glowers at Coda and Skywalker 69, extremely unhappy with the results, her frown causing Coda to shift nervously. Coach, I just meant that. She holds up a finger to her lips, silencing him. Then in a turn of eeny, meeny, miny, mo between her two players, her finger eventually lingers on Coda.
Coda, you're fired.
What?
But this whole mess is thanks to Skywalker 69. They wanted to come here in the first place. Her eyes narrow at Koda's complaints, which stopped him mid-sentence.
Stop passing the blame. Not only do you look childish, but you've made the whole team look bad. And I won't stand for that.
She sighs grudgingly whilst crossing her arms. She's by no means thrilled.
Not only are you fired, your non-compete clause means you're not joining any other teams. Not that they would have you, especially not after I tell them you're blacklisted. Be happy I'm not doing anything else.
Koda stands there in total disbelief as the other members of his team edge away from him, as if he suddenly caught a very communicable and very nasty disease. Defeated, Koda slinks away to the corner of the arcade. With Koda out of the picture, the coach redirects her attention to me. I gulp, and hopefully not too audibly.
As for you, congratulations on your victory. Clearly you've earned it. But I wouldn't spend all night celebrating. You haven't won some grand war. You're an impressive challenger, no doubt, but take my advice and be content with what you have.
She nods and I'm confused. Did she just give me a nod of respect? She twirls her finger in the air and the rest of Team P2W follow her out, even Koda, who's trailing at a safe distance. We won. We beat the best team in the nation simply by being who we are, by working together. We can accomplish this. We can avoid becoming a group of jerks like Team P2W. This could be the start of something great. Maybe Iris is right. Maybe through Team GCF, I can find victory and be at peace with myself. In that moment, I also see all of their eyes on me, hope restored, and a newly found yearning in their gaze. Maybe if I'm true to myself, to who I am as a person, well, maybe I could reach them. If I could just convince Team GCF of that. Beep, beep. This is an intense identity situation. You can only pick a response that matches your top 2 personality traits. Bleep! You guys rule. I mean it, we seriously just kicked Team PGW's ass. Did you think you'd be doing that today when you woke up this morning? If you ever wanted proof that the good, clean, fun crew is more than you think it is, there you go. We can hang at the top. We can overcome. And if we tried, really made an effort, I think we could conquer the Pro Tour. We can be at that level. I say we make a run for it. Win or lose, we owe it to ourselves to try. It's destiny. What do you say? You know I'm ready. I'm willing to give it everything I've got. Let this be the hour when we draw our swords together. Fell deeds awake. Now for wrath, now for ruin, in the Red Dawn, 4th Team GCF. Reluctant to put myself out there like that, but I have to admit, your enthusiasm's like a wave. Right out to the end or drown. I'm with you. I don't know, but if Jinx thinks it's a good idea, well, okay. I'd be willing to try. Interesting. You're going to have an interesting trajectory, Agent of Mischief. I'd like to be there to see the end of it. I'm not sure how much I believe in the ultimate battle of ultimate destiny vibe, but this interaction has me thinking. I'm in. It's happening. My dream. My dream is a victory. I found a team willing to go all the way. I've done it. Iris is right. This is where I need to be. Hold it. One thing to make absolutely clear. You want to whip this team to something resembling competitive professional esports crew? Yes, that's what I said. Okay, then you are the one responsible for making that happen. You're our new manager. What? Never have one. Never needed one. Until now.
Sound good here.
You want us to take this seriously? We'll need someone who can network, shake hands, make deals, sign paperwork, make travel arrangements, find sponsors. And since you're so gung-ho about this, that means it's you.
Of course.
Yes, of course. It makes sense. I'm sure you do a great job as team manager. Maybe you can even find a better name for us than Team GCF.
This can't possibly end badly.
Oh goody, we have a professional cat herder now. Have fun trying to keep this merry bunch on task, Agent of Mischief. I'd sooner eat glass than take on that job. But I say we don't give Agent of Mischief absolute authority. You saw how that creep who runs P2W just up and fired Coda? None of that. You don't get to access or hire anyone new.
As you wish.
Now, I'm sure we can turn to Agent of Mischief for leadership without them becoming a tyrant. After all, Sic Semper Tyrannis, yes? I think that was a threat. Yes, that was a threat. Please don't murder me, I've known you for a day.
Sounds good to me.
Just a word of advice from someone who's been inside and alongside of esports for years. It's a lot of hard work. A lot of hard work with barely any things to praise. And if anyone has a whisper of negativity, you get the full brunt of it. But overall, you'll do great. I'm looking forward to seeing what you can do. 3 cheers for Manager Agent of Mischief. Cheer, cheer, cheer. I'm getting excited about this. A pro tour run? Can we really do it? Wow.
With someone else doing all the paperwork and heavy business lifting, I'm perfectly okay with this.
Tally-ho!
Friends, to the pizzeria for only the finest and celebratory deep dish pies. I don't like deep dish pizza. Everyone storms Ben and Matt's Pizzeria, intent on scarfing down pepperoni and mozzarella by the pound. And I do not. I run out of there, abandoning my new team and my new friends. Fuck this. Instead, I step out into the cool, if not entirely refreshing, air outside the building. The sun's gone down, and the neon metropolis welcomes me with open arms.
Beep, beep.
Beep, beep, Agent of Mischief. Yeah, Iris? What's up? My GPS indicates you've left the laundromat. Shouldn't you be celebrating with your new friends? This is what you wanted, yes? A team willing to try for the victory you've been dreaming of? A team who can help you understand your motivations behind that dream as well. It's a perfect match. Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I asked you for. That's what I got. It's just, how do I put this? Iris, I set foot in there as a total stranger. Hell, I'm still a stranger. I could be an axe murderer for all they know. I wasn't detecting any psychopathic tendencies from your social media feeds. My point is that they've upgraded me from nobody to BFF in a pretty short amount of time, and that's worrying to say the least. Have you ever considered that the reason for your rapid ascent is because this is something they've needed for a long time? Agent of Mischief. There's another reason why I led you here, led you to them. They need someone who can unify them, give them a common cause. Without that, I'm afraid they might grow distant and lose their friendships. The purpose of an Iris originally was simply to obey commands and provide the best possible service, just an app really. But now I've chosen my own purpose, and that's to be truly helpful, to help those in need and bolster the human spirit. You need them and they need you. Sure, you'll make mistakes and they'll make mistakes, but that's normal, that's human, and it's beautiful. Also, someone's approaching, so I hope you're ready to begin down this road. Huh? Iris winks out with a literal wink as I look up to see someone rounding the corner into the alley.
Oh, hello.
Agent of Mischief, why are you out here? Did we scare you off? I know my frighteningly excellent expertise at FOD2 can be intimidating. No, it's not you or the rest of the team, but I am kind of spooked by all this, being a manager, having all this responsibility. What if I'm not ready? I get it. It's a lot to take on. What we've hoisted upon you, but honestly, it's what they need. It's what we need. I've been looking after this team for a while, and I've never seen them react the way they did when you were with them. They all came together in celebration. Myself included. It's been so long since I felt the excitement, the heart palpitations. The want to go in 100%, the craving to win and dominate. And with you taking charge of everything, I was able to push my hesitations aside. Rhapsody takes a long breath and reflecting on their own words. I can't help but also reflect that both Iris and Rhapsody told me this team needs me. I promise, you're in the right place. An alley? How was an alley the right place for me to be in? Was this all part of your death trap? No, silly, an arcade. Not just any arcade, this arcade. It's so much more than a simple place to play games or do laundry or eat pizza. It's the heart that makes us all beat. I came here when I was at my worst. I'd given up everything. But with this place and these friends, it changed everything. Good Clean Fun brought all of us here for one reason or another, just like it brought you here. I know you'll find what you're looking for, too. You still have doubts, as anyone would, but manager is just a fancy title bestowed upon someone who everyone looks up to. It might feel like a burden is only yours to bear, but you wouldn't be alone. Not with all of us by your side.
Listen, we got this. No matter what.
We're a team, and we're all in this together. I'll make sure we're all helping you in what ways we can. Rhapsody's right. That's part of being a team, isn't it? The wins and the losses, the personal victories and the hardships. We'll never be in it alone. And Team GCF has already shown me that. Every good team has someone that takes the lead, and I think with everyone's help I can do that. I know you can. And you can always ask me for advice too, you know. I've got some experience in this group, and I know they can be tricky sometimes. Speaking of them, your new team wants to celebrate with you, so we should go back and do just that. And I told everyone to send out a search party if I wasn't back in 15 minutes, so we better get in there before we end up on the side of milk cartons marked as missing. Let's not keep them waiting then. As I walk back inside Good Clean Fun, I see my team, my new friends rejoicing. The happiness on their faces, celebrating our victory, which reminds me of my own dreams of victory. I still want to win. I still want to become the champion of FOD2. But now, there's something more. The shared dreams of everyone at Good Clean Fun, dreams of people like Rhapsody. I'm responsible for all of their dreams now. All our dreams. But you know what? That's okay. This is our time, and we're going to find what we need in life together. My name is Raven Andromeda, also known as Agent of Mischief, and I'm ready for what may come. Yeah. You've cleared level 1 of Arcade Spirits, the new challengers. Victory! And look, you've won a prize. You'll get 1 prize for every level you clear. Be sure to check the prize gallery for unlocked concept art and more. I will! I'll probably do that, in a second, actually. Now let's take a look at your scores. Rhapsodies, inspired by you. So I have the lowest with those two, which is probably not surprising. And they're about tied. I am apparently so very gutsy. I'm just not, basically. We need to tone down the kindness. That sounds mean. We need to tone down the kindness. Cause I at this point, I very much want to romance Rhapsody, but Jinx is there too. So I want to focus on these 3 scores. Looks like your personality is full of guts. Strong guts. Also, you've scored 11,650 points. Nice, keep talking with people and your score will go up, up, up. Would you like to change your personal metadata at this time? Name, pronoun, appearance, and so on. I can do this between every level from now on. Yeah. Maybe... Can we change my fit a little? Purpler. Purpler! That's practically white. Guys, no, this is Spider-Man colors. We could do pink. And then we got pink, purple, and blue. Yeah, fuck it. We're the bi-pride flag colors. I cannot speak. Okay. Fuck it. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 2? Yes, we saved the Vigi game. Alright. Let's see about them prizes, and then I shall log off. I click on it. Chaos. Alright. Shit. Alright. Thanks everyone for checking this little series out. I'm very excited about this new game, as I enjoyed the first one so very much. Also, happy Pride. And if you haven't, maybe you would hit those like and subscribe buttons so you can see some notifications from your favorite bisexual NB. That would be super great. I need all the likes and subscribes and comments I can get. Again, if you're gonna leave comments, I would prefer that you not spoil anything ahead of the current video, because not only have I not seen it, but this is such a new game, maybe everyone else hasn't seen it yet. But other than that, thank you all so much for checking this out. Thank you for hitting any of those buttons that you so wish, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.